This information is for parents and seniors of Taylor High School for the College Application Boot Camp. This fall, every senior at Taylor High School had the opportunity to participate in the College Application Boot Camp. Students were walked through each step of the process of applying to college. Information and handouts were given to each student in a folder that they can keep for future reference. Students were separated into breakout sessions. The breakout sessions included learning how to navigate through Naviance, where they will electronically submit their transcript request. Also, how to complete applications and organize those applications. The third session was on essays, how to revise their college essay that they started in junior year. And the last session was on scholarships, where to look for scholarships, how to apply for them, and the best tips and tricks to getting financial aid for college. Naviance is a wonderful resource that every student at Taylor High School has access to in grades 9 through 12. Naviance has a ton of career profiles, interest inventories, ACT prep, and college search resources. We encourage students to use Naviance during homeroom as well as in English classes. In order for students to be able to request their transcript, they must use Naviance. You can find a link to Naviance on the counseling website on the Three Rivers website. The student login is their email. Their password is their student ID plus 3 zeros. Again, they need to learn how to use Naviance to request transcripts and letters of recommendation. The college application session included instructions on how to apply for school. Your student has specific instructions on how to do this in their folder. This includes the actual applications, fees, and fee waivers. It also includes how to send test scores to the colleges. Test scores, more than likely, must be sent directly from the testing institution. Students also learned how to do the common application. We logged each student in and made sure they had an account. We also give them a specific college application checklist. We know that this can seem long, but if students and parents follow this checklist, they will cover everything they need to know on how to get into the college of their dreams. The FERPA is something that must be signed in order for students to have their transcripts sent. Students were given instructions on how to sign the FERPA, so they waive their right to certain information so the high school can send transcripts and supplemental documents. Students were also given specific instructions on how to match the Common App and Naviance. The college essay can be a very important part of the application process. Taylor High School juniors started this essay during English class last year. The essay prompts from the Common App are given out the year before. It's our hope that your student was able to revise and edit their essay along with the help of some local experts that gave them great tips and tricks on how to write a great college essay. We encourage each student to complete a resume. They will need this information in the college application process. They will also need to supply this information to many of the scholarships that they will apply for in the coming year. The resume is also given to any professional that will be writing your child a letter of recommendation, including teachers, employers, and coaches. Students can do a resume through Naviance. Some also choose to do a graphic resume through canva.com. Please note that most things on Canva are 100% free, but there could be an image that they choose that requires payment. We encourage them to choose the free options. There are many resume templates available online for free. In the very least, your student should make a list of all the activities in and out of school to have available when they're applying for colleges and scholarships. We know how important it is for your students to find scholarships and financial aid to attend college. Students were given specific instructions on how to find scholarships on the local, regional, and national level. Naviance contains a list of all scholarships given to the Taylor High School Counseling Department. We list every single scholarship that comes through our door on that scholarship list. Students should check that list regularly throughout the year. They can find that in their Naviance account in the Colleges tab under Scholarship List. Students can also create an account on a website like fastweb.com or another national scholarship search. Please make sure with each school that they know this particular scholarship process. Some schools include your student in the scholarship eligibility simply by applying. Other schools have your student fill out a completely different scholarship application with its own deadline. We encourage students to know right away what the scholarship process is for each school that they will be attending. We've created a completely different scholarship video that you can find on our website that walks you through step by step the scholarship process. Please encourage your student to complete these scholarships. Every year we have students not complete scholarships and not receive money that could have been theirs simply because they didn't apply. We give your students plenty of time during the year and the school day, during homeroom, during English classes, and during classes like College 101 to apply for these scholarships. But it's very important that they take ownership of this process. Most 4-year and some 2-year schools require the ACT or SAT. All Taylor High School seniors would have taken the official ACT during the spring of their junior year, so they all have at least one score. If your student is using this score to apply for colleges, they must make sure the score was sent to the college of their choice directly from the ACT. To check it to see if this was done, the student should log on to www.actstudent.org. Log in and choose Send My Scores. Select the score and see what schools are listed beneath. If the school is not listed, you must send that score. It does have a fee of $13 for each score sent. If your student is registering for the ACT or SAT, it is important for them to list the schools of their choice during the registration process for the official scores to be sent. Many college deadlines fall on or around December 1st. It's imperative that your student register for the ACT or the SAT as soon as possible if they want to meet these deadlines. We know the college application process can be very overwhelming. Our advice to you and to your students is to pay attention and be invested. We want your students to be completely invested in this process because this is their future. It's very important to help them along the way and give them as much guidance as possible, but also let them take the lead on the college application process. Write down questions to ask your counselor later, be organized, and communicate with your parents. We ask your students to take this process seriously. Counselors are always available for questions. We will be having several opportunities throughout the year that your student can meet with their counselor. Your student can also email their counselor and make an appointment at any time to answer specific questions. Please feel free as parents to come in, make an appointment, and visit with your child's counselor individually if you have questions or concerns. Please remember that each Taylor High School senior student gets 2 excused college visit days, but they must complete appropriate paperwork at least 48 hours in advance to the visit. They also must bring proof of the visit and provide that to the main office. The application for the college visits can be found in the Media Center or from your child's counselor. We also post these applications online. Did you know Taylor High School has a job shadowing program? Every student in grades 9 through 12 have one excused shadowing day. Paperwork must be completed and turned into the main office. If you or anyone you know is interested in providing a job opportunity shadowing experience for a Taylor High School student, please contact the counseling department. We would love to hear from you. We have given each of your students a to-do list. First, organize your applications. We have emailed them a Google form that they can use. We've given them a paper form they can use, or they can come up with their own individual plan on how to organize their applications. Make sure they finish their resume, and make sure they finish their essay. We encourage them to have someone review this resume and essay before submitting any documents. Start your scholarship process early. Regularly check Naviance for new scholarships. Take the time to write the essays and get the letters of recommendation to go along with your scholarship applications. On your students' to-do list is also to talk to you parents. It's so important to have the conversation of what the expectations are for the college application process. Where would you like to see them go? What matches their interests and hopes and dreams? What can you afford as a family? What do you need to put on the calendar to make sure you're not missing any dates or deadlines? The next thing is to go on college visits. We encourage you to take a formal tour and make an appointment with your intended major. Many schools have special visit days for incoming freshmen. Check the school's website to apply for these dates as well as sign up for those formal tours. Also, complete the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, anytime after October 1st. The FAFSA is so important for any student who wishes to get grant money or loan money from the federal or state government. Every college has a financial aid department. If you have any questions whatsoever, please contact them and they can walk you through the process. Your students were also given the opportunity to have lunch with the counselors on the day of college application boot camp. We asked them to bring their questions to the College and Career Center, and it was open to all students. The counselors will also be using the jacket time this year in order to meet with students and have an open forum for any senior student to come in and ask questions specific to the college application process. Following the college application boot camp, every single Taylor High School student will have an individual senior meeting with his or her counselor. These meetings are for your students to bring specific questions or request certain documents. Every senior student will have a 20-minute appointment scheduled, but they are more than welcome to come at other times throughout the day or email to make an appointment if they ever have questions or further needs. As mentioned previously, the FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. If you are seeking any loans or grants from the government to attend school next year, you need to submit the FAFSA form anytime after October 1st, 2019. The Taylor High School Counseling Department does host a FAFSA night. This year will be on October 10th in the College and Career Center. A financial aid expert will be present to walk you through the process. Please make sure you bring your 2018 tax information and reserve a spot. Our recommendation for students is to have application materials complete and submitted by the end of October to ensure that all are meeting the deadlines. Applications can be submitted after this time, but students are ultimately responsible for knowing the deadlines that they apply to their specific situation. Please feel free to contact with any questions or concerns. Marla Heckman can be reached at mheckman@trlsd.org. Katie Ryan can be reached at kryan@trlsd.org. We love meeting with your students. We know how overwhelming this process can be, and we're here to help you every step of the way.